Good morning, Mr. Chucks. Glad to be back.
Yes, we are glad to have you back. As we count down to the weekend, we listeners are probably waiting to for you to give us an update about how the event is going and what to expect. So over to you.
Well, we're putting some more promotional material out. We put just some videos out today on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram and on Facebook, and uploading it to YouTube as well later in the day. Um, Everything is really building up to this event, um, and there's not much to say about um, how like the band is doing. I mean, I think everything is perfect, and
Oh, so,
it's just gonna take going up on stage and just letting the music flow. You know what I mean? And I think that's all we need to do right
mm-hmm.
now.
Great. So I know you've been in the studio a few times now. And like we always say, I love that you use we. And so, as usual, I would ask you once again to remind listeners who are this group, the sextet, who are they that we're all looking forward to coming to watch this weekend.
Well, the sextet is made up of me and five of my friends from U of M from the jazz program. Um, it's six of us making a sextet, and a lot of us um, have played together over the last year in a few different groups, in trios and quartets, groups of four, in bigger ensembles. But this is the first time that the six of us have come together as a group of six, as a full group. So I did mention that the members are either students or graduates from the U of M jazz program,
Mm-hmm.
and um, they're all really talented. We have Grace Amadeo on alto sax. She's a graduate as of this year. She's very versatile. She plays keyboard. She plays the other saxophones, of course. Yeah, she's a wonderful musician, and we've known each other since we were in high school at Linden Christian School. And she used to come and teach sessions to my class. Um, our guitarist, his name is Parker Beasley. He's currently a member of the program. Phenomenal player, and he brings a lot of different sounds to the band, drawing influences from jazz, funk, folk, and rock. And our pianist, Patrick Hoyston, is a grad of 2023, I believe. He's one of the most skilled musicians I've ever played with. He draws heavy influence from all things jazz, and he's kind of our big jazz guy, and he can play pretty much anything. Our bassist Nat was one of the first people I met uh, in like the Winnipeg jazz kind of scene outlook, and he's currently in the program. He has a deep love for jazz and a deep love for rock and heavy metal, and he's a very disciplined musician. He's a solid foundation to our band. As a bassist, he's fluid and upright and electric. And our drummer, his name is Jonas Martins, and he's currently in the program. He's an amazing and thoughtful musician on both drums and keyboard, and he brings a great vibe to the band. And his playing is very dynamic, and he always keeps the music upbeat and intense. And he's the backbone of the groove. And yeah, I'm really happy that these guys have been really willing to try different things and be creative and very enthusiastic to play my original tunes. And it's been really exciting to see this journey. And now it's all coming together, and I can't wait for the show. It's going to be an awesome show.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
indeed. We can't wait to be part of it and to see this
Absolutely.
multi-talented group of musicians live on stage at the Park Theatre, August 2nd. And I think the doors open at 7:30 p.m. Again, before I allow me in, the title of the show or concert is Jazz Inspiration Funk. What inspired that title, or what does it symbolize, and what are we to expect when we come to the show?
Well, the show itself is going to have three different parts. The aforementioned jazz, inspiration, and funk. So, um, yeah, those are the three segments of the night. The jazz portion will open first, and it's going to be the Samuel Morel Cole Sextet. Um, we will open the night with some classic jazz standards, a few ballads, some modern jazz and fusion hits, and some original jazz compositions by myself. Um, and it's our group featuring all of us. And next, there's the inspiration part of the night. Our group is still going to play the music, but we're going to perform original songs with lyrics from my 2024 album release, Live Again. It's released on all platforms. You can find it. But that is something to kind of promote me as a musician, as an artist, and my album. And lastly, there's the funk portion of the night, and it's going to feature the band Juicy Fusion as our special guest. And they're a band I joined a while ago, and I'm their saxophonist, and everyone just loves hearing them. They're a band in Winnipeg looking to make it big, and it's just full of a bunch of wonderful musicians and some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And yeah, they have good taste in music, and everyone loves them. Everyone like gets up and dances whenever they're performing, and it's gonna be great.
Hmm.
So allow me, you have any questions for
Yeah,
Samuel?
Samuel, thank you so much. You're also a smart kid. I was going to say,
Thank you.
what makes this special for you? What about this? And you answered them systematically. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Now you've described jazz inspiration funk as immersive, right? What do you hope the audience feel or takes away after the last note is played?
Hmm. Wow. Well, that's not for a while, is it? Well, actually, that's coming up pretty close. Um, I want audiences to feel inspired. um, I want them to really think about how music changes lives, how it is just a wonderful thing. Um, because music in our daily lives is, I believe, it's very important. Um, because it just it becomes very palpable in moments when we're listening and hearing, and it's something we kind of absorb, and it does things for our emotions. And I mean, my dad always says it's kind of like therapy in a way. um,
Hmm.
but music is very powerful, and the thing about what we're doing is it's not only the music, it's also uh, kind of the message as well. The inspiration part, especially my songs they talk about faith, and that is a very powerful thing that personally has led us through this journey. And I think that's also a very important thing to for audiences to think about and question and talk about after the show. But yeah, music and inspiration, and of course
Yeah.
funk. I want you to make sure that we're all having fun, right? This this event isn't just for the philosophers. It's for everyone who's willing to have a great old time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Before we'll let you go, two questions in one because we're closing now, right? Um, In this age of streaming and digital music, why do you think live jazz still resonates so powerfully with audiences? Why do you think people will leave their homes and come and sit down and watch a live jazz performance, right? Then many young musicians in Winnipeg look up to artists like you. What advice, on a final note, do you have for emerging talent trying to cover the space in jazz or on live music in general? So two questions in one. You tell us, why do you think Olawumi will come and sit down and watch Samuel perform live?
Oh.
And for budding artists in Winnipeg, what advice do you have for them?
Well, to answer your first question, yeah, I'm about to sell this to you, very delicately. So, when it comes to live performances, especially jazz, I believe since jazz is so dynamic and so powerful and and sometimes like even really aggressive, um, I think that there's kind of an interaction with the audience and the performers, and as well as the performers with each other. And I think that's way better than listening like just from your house on an MP3 or whatever. It's good to go to live performances. You
Yeah.
get to see the music in action. And that's just
Hmm.
something important. It does like 10 billion times better for like your soul, for to kind of get that music out of you, you know? I think that
Mm-hmm.
is just a really powerful thing, live performances. And to boot, you're also supporting local musicians, which I think is a really good
Mm-hmm.
thing. Winnipeg. Um, and to answer your second question, um, how what can I say to what was your second question again?
Young talents, in Winnipeg.
Young talents in Winnipeg. I would say you should get your stuff out there, and you should also do it in a very intelligent way. There are so many different outlets for promoting your stuff, and it's good to look into those things. And I recommend that. Also, it's um, you have to get ready for hard work, so you better prepare yourself for a lot of hard work, especially if you're going solo. But it's also good. Like I have a very supporting and loving family who support my music journey, and
Mm-hmm.
it's good to have that support from friends, family, relatives, because the music journey is kind of built on support. It's built on support, not just money, but also knowing people. That's also very important. Knowing
Knowing
who you
people
know.
and getting the support. Awesome,
Right.
awesome. If you just tuned in, this is EM Pulse right here on Swift Radio, your water world news station. And our guest today is no other person than Sammy Miracle, talking about the event on Saturday. Of August 2025. As inspiration. Funk. Party here. Minds in the party at the sites. COVID info style understand on Instagram and Facebook from the we pay for e-space and music. Thank you, Sammy, for stopping by. We wish you and the sextet all the best for August 2nd project.
Yes.
Yes, and to our listeners, once again, don't miss the chance to see the world class talent right here in Winnipeg. Once again, it's Saturday 2nd at the Park Theater, 698 Osborne Street. Doors open at 7:30 and show start at 8:30. Thank you, Sammy. Looking forward to seeing everyone there.
All right, thanks. Yes, I'm very excited for the show. Hope to see you there. Hope to see your friends there. Hope to see your
Sure,
family
we'll be
there.
there.
We'll be there, Samuel. And thanks once again for coming into the studio this morning.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Samuel. Thank you so much. Chooks, where are you taking us to in 3 minutes? I think we have we have to close very soon.
Yes, very soon, the first place we are taking listeners to is, of course, the Jazz Inspiration Funk. This
Mm-hmm.
weekend, the Park Theatre on Saturday by 7:30 p.m. Like we also mentioned, the Fukurama Festival starts this Sunday. Over 20 different pavilions across 20 locations in Winnipeg. You have cultural shows, food that represents countries and region. This is a multicultural event, and so check out the African Pavilion starting this Sunday at Techvok High School. It's one that you should also go. And of course, there is the Emancipation Day celebration. This is an event to commemorate the abolition of slavery in North America and former British empires. This Friday, August 1, there's an event happening at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights starting at 6 p.m. And of course, at Central Park, also August 1, there's also a celebration of the Emancipation Day. So that's something that we need to be at. And of course, we also like to encourage some of our listeners to take a drive outside the city of Winnipeg. So a short drive to Gimli would allow you enjoy the Icelandic Festival of Manitoba. This celebrates the Icelandic culture um, at Gimli, and so you're going to experience Viking battles, live music. There's cultural exhibitions, delicious Icelandic food. So a lot is happening this weekend, starting 1st to 4th of August at Gimli. Just be part of this event. So these are the major highlights of events happening across Winnipeg. And of course, like we said, at different community halls and parks. For instance, we have the Summers Park at Tyndale Park. There's going to be food trucks. So a lot is happening. But the highlight events of this weekend will be the Jazz Inspiration Funk on Saturday at the Park Theatre, and on Sunday, the opening day of Fokorama 2025 at 20 different locations across Winnipeg. Back to you, allow me.
Thank you, Juice. And that's a wrap for today's edition of AM Pulse here on Swift Radio. We hope you're walking into your day a little more informed and a little more motivated. Remember, don't wait for the perfect plan. Take those steps. From all of us here at Swift Radio, stay safe, stay sharp, and stay tuned. I am Olamu Mishola Otegbade. I'll see you tomorrow on AM Pulse.
I am Chuk Sojido reminding you of the quote of the day, which is encouraging us not to procrastinate. So don't wait, go online, the Park Theatre on site, and get your ticket for the show. We'll be back tomorrow.